Let me just get my sound right. All I need to do is get my sound right. We here. We in the building. Yo, I just had the most exciting chat. It's so good. It's so good today. Yo, it was so good over there today at Calvin's and Heather's. Dad's workshop. It's a good day. It's a good day. For sure. All right. A long time since I had an Exacto. I don't know if this is exactly an Exacto. You know what I mean. I am going to keep this as simple as possible. Let me tell you right now. Win for the butcher block once again. Go right through it. It's going right through it. It's crazy. One thing that's not often thought about when teaching drawing, because this is kind of drawing, is the ergonomics of it's easier to move, to cut, to draw. And the movement goes the way your body wants to go. And this way you don't necessarily have to move your body, but you can move your piece. And again, I'm going to keep this simple. From the top, I'm just going to chop that out. That little tiny piece. It will be there, but we don't need it for the template. If we did this right, and doing it this way gives you two things, right? Say we had two separate pieces and we were going to laminate them later. What we could do is cut one out like that, and we could cut the other out like that, and we'd have the exact thing twice. Or you can just keep setting this up on it, you know. Alright. Now, I've only got this on because of the length, and I want to be able to attach back to it. But I'm essentially going to focus on cutting this out first, right? And then I will use whatever scrap I have left over here to do that, I think. Probably going to be the way to go with that. Let me see if I can get into my chat over here. Step into Twig Studio. Oh, snap. So I'm in the chat, and holy cannolis. Y'all are tripping. Hold on. I'm in the chat. Now, hold on. Drewy says, no way, let's go. It's going to be fire here, bro. Heather's here. Drewy's is here. Love is what they're saying. Mike Osborne says, fiddle today, brother. Absolutely. Carrie says, I subbed. I thought I already had. Great to see you, Carrie. I'm glad you have subbed. I'm excited to see you in my chat. Drewy says, how was lunch, Wes? It was great, man. I really enjoyed cooking. Me and my wife are both kind of foodies, so put a little something together. What a wonderful day. So grateful, says Heather. Absolutely. And Woodshed by Dan says, hi, Wes. And then Drewy's immediately hits me with the super chat. Let's go, chat. Love y'all and Wes. Shout outs to you, Drewy. Cheers. I don't drink, so I can't do shots, but I'll hydrate. That's better. Heather B is throwing all kinds of confetti in the chat. Thank you so much. James says this spoon turned out nicely. Many blessings. Thank you, James. Listen, I gotta do something for these super chats. Truies. This pop lock is for you. Woodshed by Dan is already shooting, man. And this little chicken on there giving me a thumbs up. Woodshed by Dan with the super chat. Thank you, Dan. The treasy. After I just got the dub from my man Ruiz. That's a $5 bill in your wallet, my friends. Word up. I be smiling because I can't help it. This is crazy fun. These are gestures that I really enjoy. Why are there question marks in the title? You name it, Wes, does it? Because I don't know if I'm going to do it good. We all find that out together. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to whittle, but you know, I'll break down and go to these power tools on everybody and disappoint the whole chat. I promise. The whole internet be like, you're not a real woodworker. Heather B says he's going to execute this perfectly and he'll be mad. Actually jealous, but mad. What? I don't know what that means. That means I'm going to be mad at this execution. I don't know. It's going to be weird. I don't know. I'm still in love with the spoon. So hopefully, I'm doing this for like one of my very, very favorite subs, and I want it to be perfect. I really do. TWD, blessings and love, says Ruiz. Dad's Workshop says hell yeah. And more confetti in the chat. What up, Dad's Workshop says rat smacker. Musical bow tie. No, Ruiz, this was already in route this morning. And then the bow tie is after that. I got plans for that. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm going to be wearing that thing. As soon as I get it done, bam. But I'm going to do it here for sure. Oh, snap. Dad's Workshop with the fizz eye. Listen, man, I just don't be giving me my money back. No. Listen, Dad's Workshop came up today, though. Good stuff. I'm so excited for him over there. And then he's putting his money where his mouth is. Now, all of this started from Calvin over there at Dad's Workshop, who said, if you can, go get a paid membership at your favorite channel. And that makes all the sense in the world, but it was a nice sentiment. And you know, we got to put our money where our mouths are, and it's like it's caught on like crazy. This is bananas. Carrie is over here. She just joined the channel and just dropped the 10 spot on. Yo, I don't know how much breakdancing I got. How many people in here? Okay, Woodshed by Dan. I don't know if I can dance for everybody. Woodshed by Dan. Men don't dance for men. I'm just kidding. But I will flip these mallets for you. Thank you so much, Dan. He's a big contributor and a great friend of the channel. And what? I haven't even... all right. Carrie, thank you. Blessings. Carrie. Carrie gets a heart mallet shake. I don't know what else to do. I could clap stuff together like Dad's Workshop. I don't generally get donations, so I don't really know what to do. But I'm so excited. Ruiz was, I think, one of my very, very first donors, and I thank him for even being in here. Carrie, thank you for joining. Thank you for your contribution. It will not be wasted. I will be doing cool stuff and spending these monies on more cool stuff to do. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, snap, you can't hear me? Let me see if I can work. Let me try something. Rudy says his mind is going to be blown when he sees in the chat. My mind is blown. It's crazy. Dad's Workshop popping and locking. Nikki New shoots me 2 smackaroos. 2 smackaroos for Nikki New. Ladies get the love mallet. I need to make one of these just so I can do that when something like this happens. That was a good idea. But this was getting given away today. I'm going to do the drawing today. And somebody's going to end up with this. Beautiful thing. Oh my gosh. Plywood says I can't do the Triple J 5 cheesy, but I can do the 5 easy, and I'll take it, buddy. I appreciate you, man. That's daps, that's pounds, that's snaps. My man, 100 grand. Plywood has been in this channel down like 4 fat ones and 4 flat ones. Appreciate you. That is awesome. I'm gonna do a backflip for Plywood right here from the desk. 1, 2. I couldn't do it. I changed my mind. But I tried. In my heart I did. The spoon is awesome, Wes. Really amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Nikki. Oh man, I'm overwhelmed. Mike, what? Mike showing up with the 10 spot? Come on, man. Ah, do you know how many mallets I can make with $10? At least one of these. At least. And then I can give it away to somebody here. That was dope. Big Mike. Mike said he needs a windmill. I wish I had room, Mike. I wish I had room for the windmill. I wish I had room. I'll tell you what. Ugh. Man, yo. Real respect, real West. Oh man, everybody's clapping with Ash now. I don't even have Ash. I can't clap with Ash. I'm clapping. This is actually pressure treated pine. See it? See how green it is? Pressure treated. I just had a 4x4 chunk in here, and that's when I learned to use my spoke shave. It came in the mail, and I was like, I gotta use it. And I made this with it. Shout out to Mike. We building it or we buying one. Mike is building it. For real. Every single time Mike is building it, family. I'm going bowling later. I'll score some strikes for you. Please do that. Drew says, is that pine mallet strong? Conventionally and typically, pine mallets for me are not particularly strong. But I don't need to, I don't do like big timber joining with them. I tap the backs of these chisels, which is more like that typically. So it's plenty strong for that. As far as this one goes, I do have a hardwood plate on each side. That's cherry and that's walnut. So it should be plenty strong. It's got plenty of security in there, and it's epoxy poured down in there just to keep it extra tight, fill in any miscellaneous gaps, because of course wedges are triangles and you've got that whole space to fill unless you wedge back in from the bottom, which I did put some in, but I trusted the epoxy more. So I think so. And when I built, like, I'll show you. This is pine, and it is wonderful. I use it a lot. And I've made others with 2 or 3 2x4s together with a 2-foot handle, and use that on the job site as a, let me see if I got one here. I made a couple versions of this, but maybe outside. Double check. No. Not in here, but here's another one I do take on the job sites. And I actually do use this for deck building, and when I got to join something, this thing does well. It can crack, it's heavy, you know, you get a lot out of it. But also, I built this with a perfect 90-degree handle. So instead of having to pull out a framing square, I slap this on the lumber, make my mark, make my cut, whack it loose, and then we go back to work. Ruiz is saying, whatever happened to my painting in the background? This one right here, I promised to Ruiz. Here's the problem with it, Ruiz. I've got to either A, paint another one on canvas so I can roll it up, send it in a tube and get it to you, because that is painted on solid wood. And that's going to be, and the frame that I made for it is fastened to it. And that's going to be dumb expensive to send off in that condition. So I'm either going to have to do something different, or you can get a mallet if you want one. I can do that. Or you just have to wait for me to make enough money here to ship that. Because that's my YouTube rule, that I only send out and spend on YouTube from YouTube. But I got you. I'm trying to get a friend of mine to do a print. She told me to bring it in. If she could print it, she'd do a print for me. I'll get a high quality print together. I'll get it sent out. But you let me know. Definitely keep my word. Let's see. Julie said it ain't over rat. Scared money don't make money. FYI. James says, I carved my mallets out of one piece of shagbark hickory. I guess I'm the caveman. No, this is a one piece. I don't know if that makes me a caveman too, but I mean, some of my best friends are cavemen. Drew says, what's the contractor? Don't mess around from water lines to building, just saying. Heather B says, very true, Louise. Let's see what it said. Either way, I'm locked in, fam. Blah, blah, blah. Carry it. Rat Smacker says, what's your favorite fruit emoji? I don't know that I have a favorite fruit emoji. Maybe pineapple. He said sexily. Charles Edwards says hi. What's up, Charles? How you doing? I'm sorry, guys. I have to acknowledge the chat. Abdul says hi, and I want everybody to feel comfortable and welcome here. We are definitely going to get to what we're getting to. So, fear not. What I'm going to do is locate that in a comfortable spot that I can trust and hold on to. I might put a little glue on that just to hold it in place, and then I'm going to cut that thing out after I trace that thing out. I'm not going to do any fancy tricks with it and do spray paint because I don't want to ruin the wood that I've already got here. But I do want to make sure that I get started. I know y'all want to see me do some work, not just the shout outs, but I promise I gotta acknowledge these people. Y'all don't forget to smack that like button. It says Kiera, and she says, I'm taking you to the garden with me so you'll be listening, just won't chat. Okay, that's what's up, Kiera. Carrie, I'm sorry, I keep adding stuff to your name. Abdul said hi. Rat Smacker says, nah, Wes, that painting is for you to keep. Jeree says, how much shipping gonna be on that, broski? Because I'm hitting on this CFBK, FYI. Okay, we'll talk about it, Jeree. No sweat. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button. Jeree says, let me know. I will. I'll let you know. Carrie is actually working in the garden, says Dad's Workshop. That kind of day. That sounds good. It's raining like crazy here. I plan on making a ground mallet on the lathe as soon as I get a good hard wood, said Woodshed by Dan. That would be amazing, Dan. I am so jealous of people who have a lathe. But one thing at a time. I've barely gotten open into this first carbon set, and then I'm already talking about a lathe as if I got a skill set there. Do have a curiosity there, though. It's a good place to start with something, though. A strong sense of curiousness. So, here we are, drawing on a sheet of walnut. Gonna make this piece here super cute. What it do? Does it die? That's all we need to start with. I'm sorry, guys, I should have had you closer to me. But I wanted to look you in the eyes when I said thank you for those super chats. Thank you. That's the most super chats I ever got. Thank you. Carrie said, Drew says Carrie got a garden. Bet any maple leaf like plants in there. Oh, Carrie, a garden, bet. Got any maple leaf like plants in there? See, I read it wrong. Rat says type pineapples. I don't know what you're doing. 1427 something. What's up, Calvin? Oh, Iowa's up, Calvin. Oh, they still talking about this game. Okay. My first mallet was round. I still have it, but I keep it at my folks to do little woodworking projects there, says Dad's Workshop. You know a man is serious about his carpentry when he got mallets scattered throughout the neighborhood. Like, I'll just leave these tools here, and when your shit break, I got you. That's what's up. She does live in the PNW. I don't know what the PNW is. James says, Dad, WS Classic. Oh, we're talking about foosball. Tabletop lathes aren't too expensive, like $50 used, says Rat. Yeah. I'm looking, but again, I'm trying so hard. Like, part of it is like I don't need it, right? But I need it. I want it for my channel, right? So I have to be careful about my spending of the things that I want for my channel. I want my channel to, like it did today, get all this stuff. But I will get a lathe. I'm looking. I look every day on Facebook Marketplace, trying to wait for just the right deal, and then I'm gonna be Gucci. So instead of doing a lot of extra stuff here, I'm gonna do a lot of it right here on this thing. I'm gonna cut the bulk of it off, and then I'm gonna work all the rest of it. Essentially sanding, I think, is probably gonna be the way to go. I may do probably some heavy chiseling, but I'm gonna probably do some sanding. I might do some drilling. I might use the Dremel tool. This is gonna get complicated. This is already gonna be a little complicated just as is. But this is not gonna be a one-dimensional piece. I refuse. James says, I can only watch for a few seconds before I have to grab my chisels. Later, my guy, you are always inspiring. James, that's what's up. I'm glad to hear it, bro. Have at it. Enjoy. Enjoy. Did I carve my necklace? Says popped.com. Yes, I did carve my necklace. Same wood. Trying to do something better. I'm trying to top the last thing. My latest is this spoon that I'm very proud of. I want to mention it 100 times today. If you're drinking, take a shot every time I grab that spoon, and you will be out like a light in an hour. I promise. Bark, cool. Walnut, exactly. You know your woods, my friend. You know your woods. So, what are we going to cut this with? I had an idea, then I lost it. I don't think I want to do that on the old saw over there. It gets a little treacherous when the piece gets a little small like this. But I still might do it. Still might do it. I mean, I got donations today. I can get insurance. I could buy a new finger. Get another finger. That's no problem. I'm over here. Stop looking at my butt. Alright. Let's see. So we got that. That can do that when it's time. You know what I mean? So we can keep the same grain pattern. We can look like we're doing what we're supposed to be doing up in this piece. I wonder if this is jigsaw action time. Or is this... You know, here's the sucky thing about the only thing that isn't perfect about this desk, and I might have to remedy that another way somehow, is that I don't have a clamping surface on top of it, right? Because I'm using the vise on this bench to hold this top. I make both of them, but I made them without anticipating work holding up here. We might just have to cut through it. We might just have to cut it with this thing. We could lock it on the face like that with a clamp. We could. We could do that. We could do that so much. I got so many generous donations today. I feel blessed and fortunate. Thank y'all. all for showing out. It's all trickle down economics from Mike and Calvin at that workshop, getting it together and doing a call to action. And then everybody's like, what you talking about, son? I got bread. Threw money on me like a scrapple. And I took it like a scrapple. All right. Try to get you a little bit closer. Carrie says, not sure if I could say that, but honestly, money is only important so that I can pay the mortgage. Dad's workshop says, I agree, Carrie. Drew says, use that saw you use for the spoon, Wes. You mean this scoping saw, my friend? Darn tootin', I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to start here on the front. And I always make things a little bit bigger. Like I say, I sneak up on the lines. And that's the nice thing about a coping saw. You can go in there and you can just change your whole angle of attack. Now, any of you who have like the band saws, you already know what to do. But me, at Broke City, got to do it like this, Jack. And that's cool. Who is the man? Chops that walnut fast as he can. West does it. Damn right. Who is the man? Smooth and soft for the brother man. West does it. You know what I'm talking about. Slice of walnut down to cherry. What can you do? So scary. Loosen his grip. Loosen your lip. West does it. Bass music. Come on. Yoink. All right. And we know this can go a couple of ways. It can go real slow and smooth, or it can go tough. Tough and hard. Difficultly uncomfortable. All right, let's see what we can do. I think I want to go ahead and make these little, I want to draw on these little openings. These little things that I stole off of the internet. Where is those? Where we at with this thing? I apologize if I'm ignoring your chat. I got to get some of this done without cutting my fingers off. And then I'll be back to you. And then I'll be back to you. Sometimes I get excited. Because this is going to be dope. Sometimes I'll start something like this. I had the thought about this when I came back to it, and I'm looking at, the pieces of it, and I was getting excited, and I said, I should make 2 of these And then I said I would be so bored on number two. Like number one is a challenge. And unless I'm displeased with number one, I won't want to do it again. Because I'll have accomplished, you know, what I was trying to do. So maybe we should move to the smaller tabletop for this one. Yeah, that's going to make more sense. That's going to make more sense. You pull y'all up and back and out, and we're going to get a little bit of our ish together. Let me get back to your chat. Give me a quick second. I'll be back to you. Quick second. I'm doing too. Why did I put? Oh, zoomed in. I'm mad. I'm zoomed in. I don't want to be. Yeah. Back away from the west. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. All the stuff's in there. That's good. Y'all should see the mess I'm making off camera with all the stuff. It's good stuff, but it's stuff nonetheless. I mean, that's what I needed. Is more stuff, right? So now I should be able to do some sanding right here on site. This table's set up for that. All right. Back to the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going back. Kerry says I can grow my own food and make my own clothes and really just pays the mortgage. That's dope. I love that. Carrie Drew says, okay, Carrie living in a wild life, and there's my Korean family saying hi, hi. Carrie says, sharing is caring, as my grandson said. Oh, be careful. We was talking about how we spend 85 to 90% of our lives trading our time for money. Time is a replaceable resource of money. And money is a limited resource. We would trade the money for a car, a depreciating resource. You don't even need an. That's Dad from Frugal. And then Drew says you don't even need an actual oven to cook in the stove. By the way, you can learn how to make an earthy Dutch oven. And then Violin Royalty enters the building. Laugh out loud. Hi, Wes, you making a violin? Oh my God, you know it. Family, why don't we talking? What are you doing? It ain't Wes chatters it. It's Wes. Yes, I would take an experience over a thing any day, says Carrie. Violin says I love it already. I appreciate it. But it's going to get better, don't worry. Louise says I definitely cook food on a Dutch oven. That's Calvin saying that. Poptum says best saw to get is a newbie whittler. Got a big hand saw, but it's not been the best tool for the smaller projects like I do. Yeah, absolutely, the coping saw. I've always had a coping saw, but I use it in construction for things like tightening up molding, crown, and things like that that don't always line up absolutely perfect. You can make it so, too, like that. Dad says we trade money for the experience all the time. Then we travel or go to a show. true. Man, I've been out of this check for a minute. Louis says, no, not a Dutch oven, Calvin, a Dutch oven, or a rocket stove, FYI. And Violin says, I'm going to wear it every day. Hopefully, it'll be nice enough for you to. Violin, we're going to be there in just a second, chat. But I got to talk to my people in here. Some of those count for people with fondest memories and stuff like that. It says, Calvin, I'm not trying to be, says Carrie, but it's my default position. Facts. Jules says hi. What's up, Jules? Dad says, isn't that rocket stove too hot for cooking? It's like incinerator hot, right, Diego? Violin says, this is so beautiful. Oh my God, no one's ever made me nothing. Well, here you go. See Wes dropping value on it. Says Calvin, no, basically an underground grill that's icy to stay lit. Calvin, a big survival tool. Whew, y'all going deep. Shit. You can use concave mirrors in the sun to cook with. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Well, Violin, this was for you. All right, here we are. Let me make sure it's visible. Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and start shaving off the excess. And then once I get it small, I'll start thinking about what I'm going to do. Some of those other things that we got to deal with on this thing. There is, no, I'm not going to throw it. I try not to throw anything away that's still good for whatever it originally was good for, and if it still functions, I'll be like, I don't throw it in the landfill. All the time I'm doing work and I'm getting ready to go to the landfill, and a homeowner will come out and be like, hey, can you go throw this away? It's in my way. And I'll go, yeah. And then it'll end up packing into my garage. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you something. Fire marshal building, you remember that? Let me show you something. Okay. This thing, right? This thing is a sander. It's a skinny little belt sander. And this thing also is a belt sander, right? And you all know how fond I am of the belt sander sandpaper, because I use it in all sorts of stuff like this right here. I just turn that and it tightens it up, and I got a surface I can sand on. But then the other day I realized these are the same length. This one for this tool, this one, thicker one, for this tool. And then I'm like the heavens opened up, and this may not work. I don't know, I haven't tried it. But I was literally trying to figure out what the frick to do with this thing. I didn't want to throw it away. It was good. Like I was an art student as a young man. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but I'll show you right quick. You line your stuff up, right? I mean, why wouldn't that work? Like, why would it not? Why would it not? Why would it not? And then I get like, what, 3 belts out of that thing for the price of nothing? Why would that not work? Let's see. It's at 3 inches. Let's see what the thickness of the belt we want to be. That belt is a 1/2 inch thick. So that means if we're at 3 inches, we go to 2.5. And we just tuck that sucker. Then we got a line right here all the way down to kind of hold it too. And this should just let us now turns out not to be a perfect system, but do this little adjustment, this little adjustment, clip these little strays. Maybe we got a belt. Maybe we've got a more efficient tool and a much more effective way to get these belts, because this is a specialty belt. These cost more than those. So let's see. Make some adjustments. Coming off. Don't be coming off. Listen. Might have to adjust it. Maybe we're going the wrong way. I might have gone the wrong way. I didn't pay any attention to that. Okay, this is, yeah, I was going the wrong way. Okay. So go here first. Tuck it down. Oh, I'm sorry, you're not even looking. I'm not smart enough to aim this thing properly. Come on, lock him in, screw it. I'm just trying to move though. That's it. We can get 3 of these at least. What is that, a 1/2 inch? These are 3 inches. You can get 6 of these out of 1 of these. 6 of them. So, cheapskate strikes again. Got this thing for free. All right. Now let's apply this frugalness to our actual workpiece. Working like a charm. Working so good, in fact, I am going to put on some breathing protection so they don't pass away during my life. Violin, let me tell you what happened while you was gone, fam. People pulled up into this live and started giving me stuff. And when I say stuff, I mean cash. I mean, I got so much love in here today. I am over freaking whelmed. Like, I'm just blown away. I am just blown away by the generosity and the effort of those around me. Not being facetious, but listen. Just before, and I was catching a wave off of Calvin's live, Dad's workshop, who got a great amount of donations and just was making it rain over there because it was such a good time. He was giving us so much good information. And the chat rewarded him. And then it spilled over into my live straight from his, like directly. He was like, I made enough money. I'm out of here. Wes does it. Go get that broke sucker some love. And they did. This is the sweetest thing. I'm telling you. This is the sweetest thing. Alright. This is where we at so far. This is where we at so far. Wait a minute, my screen turned blue. Let's go Iowa State and West Desert with the ASMR. Yes. Druiz is over there coming up on a game. Good stuff, my man. I hope you're doing well over there. And look at you blessing the channel too. Let's give it up for Ruiz. He is our hero of the day. Ruiz. And he's a boxing fan too. Let me tell you, what did you think of your namesake as the heavyweight champ for a period of time there? The one that was the giant killer and putting down Anthony Joshua for the first time in his career. Me and Ruiz can talk some boxing too over there. Violence says if people share more love for each other, then the world will be better. Absolutely. I think it's happening every day. I really do. Calvin, people showed Mike mad love last night. We were all there. We had a great time. And then Calvin of Dad's workshop did a live this morning. Incredible. Good time. And then he came over here and continued the good time. And then Calvin came over here, right? Which means he could have stayed over there and kept soaking up the vibe and soaking up the... And he was like, hey, Wes, what are you doing? And I was like, after you're done. And he was like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was about and he shuffled all of our good friends over to me. And they gave me money. And that's dope. I don't know how else to say that. It's dope. Here's the question. Do we Dremel or do we chisel? Ruiz says, easy work, Wes. Because he a Ruiz, of course. For sure. But Joshua is a beast, Wes. For sure. For sure. I just, Ruiz, Andy Ruiz is one of the most underrated champions we've ever had. Because he wasn't, all that long. I think he kind of slipped up. But Andy Ruiz wasn't his best. Like, he was his best right before the Joshua fight. And he was getting at dudes even prior to that. He was mad slept on. Remember they was talking trash about Andy Ruiz? Like the commentators were like, this is disgraceful, a man to come in this kind of shape. And Anthony Joshua come in there looked like a bodybuilder and got flattened. Bah! It was crazy. It was like one of those moments in time that had to be work. Because I love it. About the sport and about men being men. Anthony Joshua says, never let your wins get to your head. Never let your losses get to your heart. Somebody said it was better word. Where's my carpet tape? I'm looking for the carpet tape, the two-sided tape that can hold my piece in place. It sounded like a rap, but it wasn't. It can hold my piece in place while I carve. And I don't see it. Maybe it's in here. Sometimes I put stuff away in a very good place, but then I forget where that place was. It could be these incense. Sometimes incense from California give you memory lapses. I heard that on the internet. Okay, we found it. We found it. We'll go right there just like that. And lock it in just like that. Cut it away just like that. This was a helpful tip from Mike is making stuff too. Look at it. Perfect. Perfect. Ruiz says, my money is looking crazy good, boy. Yes, sir. Ruiz says, who I got in the Canelo fight in September? Do you mean the Terrence Crawford fight? Is that the one you're referring to when you say the Canelo fight? Because I say the Terrence Crawford fight over here. I don't know what you mean. The guy that Terrence is gonna solidify his legacy against is that night of fighting the one you're referencing to me, my friend? Uh-oh, he might take them super chats back. He might take them super chats back. Yes, Rui, double-sided tape for the win, fam. So good. So good. I don't think y'all are seeing me as well as I'd like you to. Not me, but the piece. So I'm going to fumble around with this camera for just a second. Just so I can get you good. And then I reach down and my screen is blue again. Ruiz says, let's go, Canelo. Viva Mexico. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. There's an argument to be made that Canelo is the best active fighter of our day. There is an argument to be made for that. You know. He fought Floyd young, got washed, as he should have. He shouldn't have fought Floyd. Floyd was on his way out and somebody had to, and Canelo was washing everybody. He was knocking everybody out back then. That's the concern I have for Terrence Crawford, to be honest. Terrence gets hit and he comes back from it with a vengeance, right? But he gets hit, and Canelo can crack. And Terrence may not walk through a Canelo punch close up like that. You know what I mean? Terrence has a lot of He got a lot of bravado. He's going to want to thump. It's just kind of his nature. And Canelo will oblige him. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's supposed to be carving day, right? It's supposed to be carving day, not chisel day. It's carving day. Ruiz says, rolling one up right now, FYI. Get like me. Carrie says, came in to get a drink. That's the best place to get a drink, Carrie. If you go out to get a drink, you might come back wobbly. Ruiz with the super chat. He came in here and put money on Saul Canelo Alvarez. The most ginger Mexican I ever seen. One of the toughest though. Canelo has never been wobbled. His whole career, I've never seen it. He's been touched, but he ain't been hurt. That's remarkable. Alright. Let's get into some of this freaking carving then. Let's do it. Pop this bad boy right up off his perch. What? Come on, Carrie, what you doing over here? Thanks for the inspiration with it. Get over. Would you just get over here and get your hug? What? Thank you. Thank you, Carrie. Carrie says, thanks for the inspiration. That's dope. That's amazing. I'm all over this. This is crazy. This is a crazy day. This is a crazy day. I mean, it's easy to say, like, I like things and I love and appreciate stuff when it happens to be happening to you in the moment, right? So that's sort of what I'm doing. But I went to bed smiling so hard last night because of how Mike was able to celebrate his birthday online with a lot of you same people, and a lot of you same people gave to Mike and made him happy, and then that carried on that same spirit this morning to Dad's workshop, Calvin and Heather, and now it's spilling over to me. And it touches my heart. It touches my heart. Louise said, God bless America and football. Let's go. And violin royalty is tearing up over there. Get it together, soldier. Get it together. I'm just kidding. My eyes sweat too. My eyes sweat too. Oh man. Carrie, I appreciate you. Like, you just got here too. That's what's amazing. Is Carrie is new to the channel. She's new to the channel, and this is so sweet. Violin says, if you believe your page will do good, it will happen. Maybe. I've really just been enjoying myself with the people who show up. And it just so happens some really fun and good people keep showing up. So I'll take it all day, twice on Sundays. I appreciate y'all so much for that. I'm just gonna sit all these out, and we're gonna use them as we need them. So sweet. Louise says, I love the degenerate world of gambling. Dad's Workshop says, I think Carrie deserves the other mallet I made as a token of our appreciation. There you go, Calvin. A given spirit. That's Dad's Workshop. I call him Calvin because we're cool like that. I mean, a floss, but I know him personally. Yeah. It's my bud. It's my buddy. Who that? Dad's Workshop? It's just my friend. Yeah, just my friend. Got something for it. Live it. Well, it keeps on spinning. That was getting a little wild there. Me trying to shade that. So I'm gonna switch knives for a little second. See if coming towards my face makes it better in any way. Yikes, that's peeling. That particular piece doesn't want to go. I don't like that. I don't like it. I have to do a different technique than that. Different technique than that. Okay, that's better. Ooh! See that? See, that's where I gotta stop. Maybe too much pressure. Maybe I'm trying to pull too much at the same time. Maybe. Because I kind of want to slice it. But that's sort of chisel behavior, you know? I don't know. These corners are tough. I might have to sell out and put the Dremel on this joint. Dad's Workshop says, oh yeah, he already said. Carving kit coming out. Love it, Wes. Thank you. Carrie says right back at you. Well, thank you. Louise says, Louise is over there making money. All right. Let's see what we got here. That is crazy that I got these donations today. That was super sweet. I wonder if this is one of those situations I should try that little scoop. I don't know. Maybe it's one of these situations I should reinvest in my chisel. Sort of. I got an idea. I got an idea. This is delicate. And if I don't get it like I want it to be, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. Chisels. I've stepped aside for the moment. And the files have entered the chat. Oh, I like that. Yep, that's going to be part of the situation. That's going to be part of what makes it all better. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can get y'all good view, sort of semi good view. Work slash hands doing it. Getting there. I think we can just move to another piece. You know what I mean? See how that goes? How do we get in there? Alright. Dremel it is. Well done, Walnut. Druise did it again. What? Money just paper is what he said. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Good stuff, Ruiz. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Money is not just paper. Money is opportunity, and an opportunity towards additional freedoms. And I appreciate you. I definitely do. And you know what, Ruiz? You know what money buys me? Fresh incense. Keep my shop smelling like flowers. Today, that's on you, boy. Alright, we gotta get to the drum. Oh! My screen was looking weird for me for a second. Be right back. I think we are indeed going to get involved with this Dremel today. I should stop calling it that. I should call it this rotary tool. Because, I mean, what are we going to do right now? Not. Royalty says, do I ever use blunt effect incense? Yes. I have to see if the effect part is the part that I'm familiar with. The other part Yeah, yeah. Where's the John side boys? We got our package underneath our lap. We're gonna get rid of these. We're gonna put these out of the way since they didn't serve us in this particular moment. Just set them to the side like old people. Just kidding. Just kidding. Let's see. Oh. Let's see what we got here. Pull this one off for the time being. There we go. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Going the wrong way. Try to be very careful and diligent about putting these things back in their proper place, because man, if you lose these things and this thing starts getting empty, it's going to be annoying. What do I need for such a small little... Trying to get these little details out first. Little drum might be good for that. There's one of these things that takes a little drum. Oh snap, one of these takes the little one. It's already over there. Already got it out. Hold on just a little while longer every day. And expects to bust out some random gospel. Be right back. Why don't I kick all my stuff over when I get up? Wouldn't that be cool? Sure would. Like the forest. Where's the piece? Oh, it's over here. That little thing. I got 91 likes too, and 53 smackaroos today. Thank you, everybody. You have done a wonderful job of building my self-esteem and my sense of worth and value, even beyond what I already feel from my wonderful wife and children. You've become an extension of my well-being, and I appreciate it. I really, genuinely do. It's a nice thing. When capitalists give money, it is an ultimate compliment. And when I say capitalist, I don't necessarily mean you and your very particular political views and stuff like that, but I do mean somebody who lives in a place where the value of money is clear and evident. And wow, am I impressed that you do that for a whole stranger. I mean, a handsome stranger for sure. Like, it's not act like there's not a stripper quality to this thing. You're getting something. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. But I will dance. Mike is making stuff. Gave me a donation today. And man, it meant a lot. Calvin gave me a donation today. Him and Heather. It was amazing. It means a lot. Cause I mean, it's weird, you know, cause you don't expect that. The whole point is like you're just celebrating it, right? You're just celebrating what's already happening. And then, you know, you get a little bit of that love too. I'm not even saying a little bit of that love. Carrie popped in there and showed off on me again. And she's new to the channel. New to the channel. And I don't know. A lot of content creators do a lot of different things. I'm just trying to have some fun. And if you have questions about the kind of fun I like to have, then I like to be available to answer them. But now it has really turned into something that's a little bit different. That you don't get this day and age the same way. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as a bridge club anymore. People don't get together and watch the game together as much as they used to, kind of thing. We all just kind of go off in our own little pods, but somehow, even though we have, because I'm not like an outwardly social person either, and yet we found a way to hang out, support each other, enjoy each other's company, and even help out with some bills. That's super dope. That's super dope. I know I'm spending too much time talking on it, but I'm not. I mean it. Daniel said, we talking about me, a handsome stranger? Drew says, Bills hate them but need them, I guess, Wes. This is violin royalties neck piece that I'm creating today. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. I said my favorite subscriber. I said that, but I didn't say specifically. I figured it makes sense to the regulars, but maybe not. Calvin says cholesterol is often a genetic issue. A little known fact: a few years they proved that dietary cholesterol does not accumulate in the arteries. Wish I was a kid again. I would have changed a lot. Real talk, says Ruiz. Hey, but you're alive now, so you can do whatever you want, brother. It ain't over. You get me? It ain't over. Unless you happen to be this doggone fruit fly. It's over for him. He don't know it yet. Did I get him? I hope so. All right. Let's go ahead and re-involve ourselves with our process. Push that button. Hold it and spin it. Hold it and spin it. Calvin was the one that started this spirit of giving. He said, go get a membership with your favorite content creators. If you can just do one, go do one. And the internet responded. figure this out. Ruiz says, for love across the world and hope. Ruiz in the building. Ruiz, you are an inspiration, my friend. Salute to you. Another dub in this thing. Another pair of deuces in this piece. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Sincerely and really. You know what? This flame's for you, buddy. Off-camera shenanigans. For you, Ruiz. Thanks, man. Plywood said, please hit the like and subscribe. I love it. Thank you so much, Plywood. I thank you for your like and your subscription as well. Good guy. Plywood is very supportive of a number of stations, a number of channels. He's a good guy. And we enjoy having him over here. Why do I always do the easiest part first and then get some confidence, and then I work to the harder parts? But conventional wisdom would say do the opposite, though. Like when we, as a roofer, when I was doing that, what we would do is always do the hard side, the far side first. So the job gets easier the closer it gets to the end. Then your momentum picks up, it feels better. It's a smart philosophy. It's a wise way to go about it too. Now, one of the things that I am thinking about as I go is that a violin, I'll show you here in a second, when I did the printout, I noticed it looked a lot narrower, smaller. And I didn't want it to be too dainty. So I've got two ideas. I don't know which one I'm going to do. Because, let me take a quick pause and show you real quick what I mean. You may have kind of caught that looking at the cutout. If I can find it. All right, if we look at that, that's pretty narrow and that's pretty skinny. and then you have something at the top, you know what I mean? It'll be very tiny to hold on to right there. So the idea, I think, is going to be to make it a little bit thicker than that and stay true to the details. Kind of like what you do in die-cast cars. They do this. They make the tires a little bit bigger. They make the bodies a little bit wider, a little bit thicker, a little bit fatter. Because when it's in the true proportions and it's small, it somehow looks different and out of place. I think I want to try to work on this in a way that avoids that circumstance here. So we're going to stay just a little bit wider than what our drawing is said. But the good thing about staying wider, if it looks weird and we don't like it, you just keep shaving, keep cutting, and it'll be gone. We'll go further, and we'll have some room to grow, so to speak. This is actually cleaning up a lot better than I thought. When I started with this thing, I thought this was more of a rough circumstance, but man, it is getting it pretty close to nice already. I'm just going to be honest with you, right? And I'm not knocking anybody else. I couldn't get this kind of satisfaction from a CNC. If I got something like this, and I got it as a perfectly stamped thing, I would be disappointed. And I would probably feel a little bit like it might be a little cheap. But if you could show me a video of a guy spending a couple of hours just getting it set up, I'd flex that for real, for real. Can't say it ain't custom. I will be right back. Hey, Bad Dragon, thanks for lurking. We appreciate you and we love you. Thanks for showing up. Okay, hold tight. I gotta see something. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I'm sorry to you. Let me see. Ruiz, you still there? Darren Scruffer? I never in my life think about to fight you. Darren Scruffer. See how he do my mans? You see how Canelo Alvarez do my mans? Oh man, I'm glad y'all are back. Thank y'all. Thank you for staying busy. I appreciate it. Sorry I had to put you on hold, but you know how it is. If you love somebody, you gotta make sure they are right. You know what I mean? So we got, you know, size-wise, we getting there, right? We're gonna get a little bit more height out of it for that, but size-wise, we getting there, and I think that's enough girth. You know what I mean? I think that's enough girth right there. So now we're gonna go on to like some of the final carving parts of it. I do not look forward to that because I don't know if I'm good at it. But we'll freaking find out together. What is my bet on the Canelo fight? Oh my God, I don't gamble. I do not. But what I'll say is, I'm gonna say a majority win. I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say a majority draw. I'm gonna say a majority draw. And then I think that there's gonna be a second fight. And then I think Terrence Crawford wins that fight by I would say by 2 rounds. Not in 2 rounds, but by 2 rounds. Get some of that fresh sawdust in me. I have been getting these generous donations this whole live, and I'm so thrilled about it. And I've been getting all you guys coming through and just hanging out, and I am so thrilled about it. And I just appreciate you. I appreciate you like a motor skunt. All right. I'm going to take this little knife and do a little bit of carving. Oh, see, this is what we wanted from these. Yep. This is what we wanted from these. I got it all on my face. I put the camera on my crotch, obviously. I'm joking. I'm on the violin. Jeez. Get it together, peoples. Lil Lotus says, did you make that necklace? Yes. I did. This is going to be a violin. A multicolored situation. But we're going to see. Situations. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Now, one of the things that's going to happen, it's going to be a little peculiar about this necklace, I believe, is that I'm going to need to cut into I believe that I'm going to have to carve down into this first layer, and then I'm going to do a cutout, I believe, and come back out and then inlay that so that I've got the handle that comes all the way back up. But then I'm going to have to also make it work back here too with a strong enough joint for it to work. That's the carpet glue adhesive, if you're wondering. It's not a booger. So that's one of the things I'm going to need to be thinking about here for the next few seconds. And also down here at the bottom, we do need to put that. There's a little divot there because there's a rest there. And that needs to be dealt with and handled. And this we're going to head towards the stylization. Not exactly spot on accuracy, but stylization is important. Round over through and back. And whammo slammo. Yeah, I think that's better. This is getting there. The big thing is going to be now to get rid of my lines, live with them, and start to figure out the symmetry on my own beyond the lines and what visually looks right. And then I'll figure out how I'm going to get the inlay for the neck of the violin come up here. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh man, I missed a lot of y'all's chats. Super chat me if you need it. Ebook. Oh, Alex was saying, yo, what up, Wes? What's up? What's happening? If something is annoying, this thing would be a nice prop to pull out of the pocket. Oh, well, he'll be able to pull it right off his neck and be like, tell me more. So, yeah, absolutely, Rumpelstiltskin. I think you figured something out there. So, we are getting there. We are not there. Hold on. I hope this thing don't disconnect. All right. It's not every day you got to push something deeper in your ear. Hit a button. Exciting. Come aboard. We're expecting you and love. Like sweet as sugar. Something else. And some other words. The buzz promise is something forever. The buzz get a cold for adventure, your mind on the moon, bang. Captain coming, Captain coming, Captain coming, Captain coming. Ride, ride coming, ride coming, ride coming. Right here, right through, not but so full, see nothing but Captain. I don't know if you old and ratchet, but if you are, you know what I just sang. You know it, and you felt it in your soul. It's probably too young to be listening to it when it came out, too. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't. All right, now. Now we gotta get to the good part. Go down to the good part. Now we gonna get to the good part. Come on, bring it to me. It's a really old song. But you wouldn't know it by my face. That's what old women say all the time. Old women will tell you, I don't look my age. 20-year-olds don't say that. Only old people. Like me. Like me. They said, man, people qualify stuff. That's how you know you're old. Like, I had somebody tell me the other day I was in good shape for a guy my age. I was like, wow, sorry. Sorry for being old. What you think? Just an average Joe podcast. I just go live whenever when my kids are bored with me and my wife is bored with me, and if I don't have, if there's something preventing me from actually working, I work a lot out of the house because I'm a contractor. But we've been having unusual amounts of rain, and then I personally had some emergencies that had to be dealt with, and my presence at home was necessary. So this is a way for me to stay good in the meantime, feel productive in the meantime, build something in the meantime, and make some connections as well. So far, it's paid dividends for sure. And today, biggest financial day of the West Desert world, on the YouTube, biggest day ever. You don't even know. You don't even know that. And in that vein of shameless self-promotion, but do it for somebody else if you get a chance. Just become a member of whoever your favorite channel is. Just spend them $3 or $5 or $7, whatever it is, and become a member. It can last a whole month. And they will be grateful for sure. For sure. I'm grateful because I'm giving away, not this mallet, because it's big wood, stays here forever. But I am going to be giving away my heart mallet, which is somewhere around here. I don't know where. But today, we're doing that drawing. We are. Plywood says, gotta go, see you later. Take it easy, Plywood. We appreciate you. Thanks for coming out. You're a friend of the family. Just an Average Joe podcast says, I'm definitely turning on notifications. Thank you so much. Ruiz says it again. Let's go, chat. Scared money don't make no money. Ruiz is in the building. I appreciate you, family. I really do. That's dope. And Violin Royalty says it's beautiful, Wes. I think it's beautiful enough for us to see that it can be. I think we're going to get there. I think we're going to get there. The symmetry is going to be everything, right? Because violin is very much a three-dimensional instrument. And this is kind of a cutout. It's not going to be as dimensional as that. So it's going to be important to keep it as clean as possible. And anything that is a detail as symmetrical as possible. And definitely a lot of that's going to have to happen by hand. Ruiz with the dub. The dub for your boy. The dub for your boy. The dub for your boy. Ruiz, you know what I'm going to have to do? In the name of you, I don't want to do this. I do want to do this. I do. I love the smell of California flower in the evening. $100%. Be back later, as Rumpelstiltskin says. Ruiz says it's all love, and I appreciate you. You all right. I got a Wick Studio thing underneath me. Interesting. Might check it out. Zilda Maria says, oi, oi. Ruiz is killing it today. Show it up and showing out all over the place. Ruiz told me get his MF and painting in the mail. Jive sucker. I can't disregard it. Gotta do it. I got it. Okay, so it's getting there. What I want to do is figure out, because I have to do a little bit of math to get some scale going, to get the neck done, and I've got to carve down into that. And I feel like maybe I should get something to eat and come back to the chat. Overtime a blessing, Dad and Wes. Okay. Get it, Ruiz. Get it. But I think I'm going to skedaddle for a second. Go check on the fam, make sure everything is good. And I'll definitely be back. I'll be rocking with you. I appreciate all of y'all. Calvin says, appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all in the chat. I appreciate everybody in this. I got 130 likes, which is a lot for me. There's a lot of people in here right now for me, and I am always overwhelmed that anybody cares enough to come hang out and watch this stuff and watch this content. And I thank you for it. I will be on later on tonight. I gotta talk to a couple people, make sure that I'm not gonna be bumping into somebody else's live. Um, but I am gonna do the mallet drawing when I come back. So when I do come back, um, you know, I'll come back with all the names of the people who have entered the contest, and I'll do the drawing. So, so yeah, I'll come back and I'll also post a little thing on my on one of the post things, you know, the little picture, whatever. But anyway, follow, like, subscribe, look out. We in there like swimwear. We're gonna get this violin done tonight, today. Peace. Violin, I appreciate you. Appreciate all of y'all. Really do. One time.